Welcome back to Catching Up with Katie. I don't know if you notice, but we're in a different location. So in our shop that we have redone over the last year, there is a room that has been designated as the podcast / Catching Up with Katie room. Now, we, at the end of 2024, we were like, we're going to have this room done by January. We're going to have it decorated. We're going to have this podcast rolling.
We had high hopes. High hopes.
We were a little, what's the word?
Wrong.
Big for our britches.
Too big for our
Yeah.
britches, for sure. It is now March. We are on a couch. Matt and Abigail are in white lawn chairs. There is zero decoration, but we've got cameras, we've got lights. It is now where Catching Up with Katie will be held. And it's a lot easier. We can keep all the equipment up. We don't have to take down. We got a couch. So about the couch.
Tell them what happened.
I ordered the couch and it looked very different online. It was supposed to be the most beautiful turquoise tufted velvet couch you've ever seen. And I don't know how it's going to translate on camera because I imagine there's going to be some people being like, that's turquoise. It's not. It is emerald green, the brightest green you've ever seen. And it's just not fitting the vibe. It's not what I imagined. So this is temporary. So we'll see how long old Emmy stays here. But
That's a good name.
Emmy.
Did you just make that up right there?
Yeah,
that's
I
good.
did. But we're in here. So as the weeks go, because we do Catching Up with Katie once a week, you're probably going to see a lot more decorations be put up. I wanted to throw a little Easter wreath just right here, just one little decoration. But we'll see. So things will be evolving a lot, and then once everything gets done, we will kind of launch that podcast. I'm not putting a timeline on it because every time I do, we don't
March 24th.
get it done. But yeah,
Monday.
I had a lot of expectations for today because I was like, okay, we're going to start off in that. Like, let's, you look nice today.
Thank you.
It's the first day of spring.
Yep.
I didn't know that. It does not feel.
It's sprung. It doesn't feel like it, but it's sprung.
It went from 70-something degrees to like 40 degrees today and sleeting and disgusting. And so I had all the hopes that I was going to like put makeup on. My hair is semi-clean and I was going to like look presentable for this. And then we were in the barn all day with the chiropractor. We just checked like 7 mares and then came in and got some caffeine and then went right into this. So it didn't really leave a whole lot of room for like sprucing up. But yeah, let's just talk about what's been happening, honestly, and what is to happen. Because we're in that time period of the year where like we have one foal left. Foaling season's almost done, but we're kind of like in the thick of it with breeding season, and we're on the cusp of like riding and show season.
Which is what I'm very excited about.
I love that you're excited about it. I will say on the last episode, everyone is very supportive of your dream.
Thank you.
And I still think like the one thing we got to figure out though is like, who's the steed?
That's a detail.
Who's the steed that is lucky enough to carry you to your Congress championship? So I don't know who that's going to be. People are like, Kennedy. I'm like, she's not leaving the farm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like out of the ones that I have currently, I don't know because they're either pregnant, having a baby. And that's the thing. Some people were like, oh, well, if he's going to show Annie, why can't he just take Annie to the Congress? And it's because like it's even kind of pushing it for the walk trot to have her ready for that September show. And the September show is in Murfreesboro, which is like 30 minutes away. I haul her 30 minutes there and she's very used to it. If I, a month and a half later, took her to Congress where it is cold, I'd have to work her a lot harder for it to prepare her. It would be an 8-hour trailer ride.
Yeah.
It's just, and she's never been there before. Like it would probably just be a lot. So with her being pregnant, I just don't see that happening. But
I think I can find one though.
Well, hey, we are about to go to Texas, and I'm gonna get lessons on Denver because we're going to Ocala at the end of the month, and we're gonna kind of just play it by ear whether I'm going to be showing Denver or if we're going to like watch and kind of be there for the atmosphere and, you know, get some other things done while we're there. I'm super excited because it's at the World Equestrian Center. So Justin, World Equestrian Center picture here. Little, like maybe a few pictures of just how amazing it is in Ocala because like they have a restaurant you ride up on your horse and you can like do a drive-through.
Are you serious?
They have hundreds of pastures for your horses while you're there. So your horse can get pasture turnout.
Kind of like marinas, like you can drive your boat up to a restaurant, but like with horses.
This sounds
I guess.
incredible.
It has, you know what? I don't even know everything. Let me do a little Google of
Jamie,
like
can
all
we
the
get
amenities. Let me do a little Google of all the amenities because I've never been. It's semi-new. It's like a few years old. And
Yeah.
I don't even know how much money was sunk into the World Equestrian Center in Ocala, but there's nothing like it. And even if I don't end up showing, we're going.
Ocala is
yeah.
calling.
Do they have people there where you could like rent a horse for the day to just ride around to be able to go to the restaurants?
That'd be cool. Like a
You can go to the restaurant without a horse.
But how much cooler would it be to say, hey, you guys want to go eat? And you all get on horses and ride to the restaurant?
What would the criteria be though for like walking up and being like, I want to rent a horse?
I think it would you just need
18
to
or up.
find a guy
And
with a
they
horse.
just hand one off to you.
yeah, 18 or up.
Okay.
You got a driver's
Sign
license.
away. Waiver?
The equestrian facilities at WEC is World Equestrian Center. WEC has 6 climate-controlled indoor arenas, 23 outdoor arenas, 25 spacious barns. They have a wide array of equestrian events, including hunter, jumper, dressage, EQHA, more. I mean, there's lots of stuff about like RV park stuff. Let's see. The Equestrian Hotel has 248 rooms
You said
overlooking the grand arena. They have like one that's like the main arena.
that's sick. You said RV park?
Yeah, because when people
I
remember,
thought you said Arby's park. I thought they were like a sponsor. Unlimited au jus.
the RV park, which the RV whole thing isn't looking great on our part. But if we're
that's
going,
okay.
I'm gonna figure out if we're going. I got to get on getting us like either an Airbnb close or rooms because it's probably already sold out, the rooms, honestly.
We're not going. Unless somebody wants to put us up for the weekend.
Let's see.
Or if
They
you just
have other
want us to
lodging. They have multiple pools.
Ooh, for the horses?
For people?
Like people you just ride your horse into it?
I know how
for
to swim.
people.
I know
Because
how to
it's in
swim.
Florida.
Does everyone know how to swim?
Yes.
Yes. You would know that if you came to the lake this past summer.
All right.
I do want to go to the lake this summer, though. I did miss out last summer. Last summer I had a lot going
We
on.
might be going to horse shows this summer, Matt. That might have been your.
I liked horse shows.
That
though.
might have
Like-
been your
Like last year
chance.
made me like horse shows.
Same.
The vibe is good.
I will say it's going to be a different experience with me actually showing because at this point,
Less
the horse
fun.
shows we've gone to, like we show up to watch Denver, and then we're like, "Y'all good? Oh,
Yeah.
we're just gonna head back."
I did like that about that.
That's not going to be the case if I'm there showing. Like, if I'm having to go practice, if I'm having to go lunge, if I'm having to go whatever, which that doesn't mean y'all have to be a part of every single bit of that.
Right.
But we
But,
will.
like, probably.
Yeah.
And so, like, you're just there for all day.
less
essentially.
less shenanigans.
Less shenanigans, less free time.
It's more.
There's actually a
Less
lot of
fun.
like downtime. It's just because you're like, you have to be there. You don't know when your class is going to go. Your class is like, okay, it's the 10th one of the day. Oh, so it could be at 1 p.m. It could be at 8 p.m. We don't know. Or like,
That's a crazy time.
They
gap.
got a Dinards at Ocala.
I don't-
Dinards.
I don't
Did we
know.
It's
establish
Dinards.
what
I
that
think
was?
it's Dinards.
It's dinner.
I think we asked
so they've
that
got
person.
Stirrup Steakhouse, Yellow Pony Pub and Garden, Emma's hold on. Let me, Pattisserie.
Patisserie.
Patisserie?
Yeah.
Patisserie.
What is a
like-
patisserie?
It's like a bakery type thing.
Yeah. It's like a
Or patissers?
I've heard the word multiple times on Great British Baking Show.
It's a bakery
Yes.
offering French donuts, pastries, and macarons.
Yeah. Sometimes I gotta make a patisserie, and I'm locked in. I don't know what it is
They
exactly.
have in-room dining, Key West inspired poolside bars.
Key West inspired?
Okay, so another part of this venue. They've got boutiques and retail shops.
I'm in.
They've got the Debonair Collection, which is a luxury boutique and home accessory store.
You're in.
Yeah, but like, are we flying
This is
there
a
or
horse
driving
show
there?
place.
Are we flying or driving?
No.
We need to. Here's the thing: we need to drive, and here's why I'm saying we need to drive because it has all those places like that. Then you want to get a bunch of stuff, but you don't want to fly back with it.
Do we just take like an enclosed
true.
trailer?
We just need one person to drive.
I will drive. I love to drive.
Jonathan.
I don't want you to drive.
I'll
I
drive
don't
with
want you to
Jonathan.
drive either. That's
don't
the
want him
thing.
to drive.
You're fine driving.
No.
You just send one person, then we can all fly and meet them there. Then we have a car.
I won't be able to sleep.
Well, we could all drive separate vehicles. We'll also all meet up down there.
We'll just meet up.
Well, caravan.
We could rent a van.
We
And take it down there.
we could chalk numbers on our windows like car 1, car 2, car 3.
The general store and gourmet marketplace is located inside the Riding Academy Hotel.
See, I could
This
get
all
behind a
sounds
general
like-
store.
We shouldn't be allowed there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Should we not go?
It
Can you
sounds
see
like
if there are hotel rooms left? That sounds
we should.
cool.
We
Can we
should
go ahead and just do it? We're just
Can
gonna
you
book.
get
This
les-
podcast.
Do
is
they
just
give
about us
lessons in
booking.
the lobby?
And then it says a charming vendor village with various shops. Vendor village?
Village.
Cobblestones
kind
for
of,
sure.
Any kind of like village.
Yeah, anything
I'm
with
in.
village,
Okay.
we're there.
The amenities of
thought
this
those were the
place.
amenities.
Just listen to this. Reminder. Let me just remind y'all. This isn't like a resort vacation place. This is a horse show.
Wow. Could have
Venue.
fooled me.
This is a horse show venue. Okay? So like amenities
Go on.
include the Kaluna Spa, a full-service spa offering a variety of treatments.
I'm in.
Fitness centers, 2 high-caliber fitness centers.
I'm definitely in.
He's there. The
See how high
lobby
caliber it is.
marketplace, golf cart rental.
But not horse
No
rental.
horse?
What if we just take Big Teal with us though?
Dang. Can
Can
you
we put her
imagine?
in the horse trailer?
Well, yeah.
Just load up Big Teal and take the horse trailer.
Yeah.
BYOGC.
They've got a dry cleaning service, a laundromat, a dog park. Take Kimmy and Winnie with us.
For sure. That wouldn't be.
Look at her face. She's like, I don't want that because when you're on your horse, guess who has to go deal with the dang dogs?
Even on an 8-hour car ride.
Doing that.
They've got a chapel for on-site church needs.
Okay.
They've got a stadium that's for concerts and large-scale events. They've got an event center, business centers, sports and athletics, facilities to accommodate a variety of sports and performance competition events. Good Lord.
10-hour drive.
It's a 9-hour and 41-minute drive.
I can't wait now.
And then next to it is just like they've got the UF Veterinary Hospital at WAC. They've got, I mean, like I thought I saw like they had an optics center or like a whatever there one time. I don't know.
did just get an email that it's time for me to get my eyes checked.
They've got this spa.
So
Might just wait for that.
I can just go there.
Anyway, so that's where that horse show is. And that's actually going to be the 1-year anniversary of buying Denver. First things first, the stallion. So
We're
like
gonna buy another
he
horse.
was actually at that horse show when I had him vet checked
Oh, okay.
and
Cool,
bought
cool, cool.
him. So like I started ownership at that horse show. And when he pulled out of there, I was owning him.
So
like,
we'll have to do like a nice dinner to celebrate or something.
or like a cake. Like a, I don't know.
Like a nice.
Like the Patisserie Steakhouse.
It's,
Well, Saddle Spurs Steakhouse.
I don't know. I think it's going to be a fun time regardless if I show or not. But I think
Yeah.
even if I am showing, I'll probably be showing in like, okay, let me just say, usually these horse shows that are like a week long, it's technically like 2 horse shows or 3 horse shows in one. So you show the same class to a separate set of judges 2 to 3 times. So you make
Okay.
the most out of it. So like there's a potential that I would show in the same class 2 to 3 times over the course of a week.
And when you do it to the different judges, is it like 3 separate things, or do they average your scores across the 3?
No, it'd be like a whole separate thing. So you're okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
There are circuit championships. There are all around events at this show. So like while you might show to 3 separate sets of judges, all of those scores are combined.
Mm-hmm.
And then that goes into if you get the overall score for the circuit championship in that class, or for if you win the all around award.
So if you got like second every time,
you
you never won, but you might win the
yes
over. Okay,
for sure
Cool.
And then like in AQHA the point system, and this is why people like to show to the most amount of judges they can at one show. The point system is if you have 3 people in a class, first place gets half a point. If you have 5 people in a class, first place is 1 point. And then it goes in increments of 5 from there. So 10 people in a class, first place gets 2 points, second place gets 1 point, third place gets half a point. And
Okay.
it goes all the way up to 40 where you get 9 points as first place. And then after that, it caps out. Like first place can never get more than 9 points. And so it's like when you're trying to go for year-end awards, you're trying to get a superior award, you're trying to qualify for the world show, all these things, those points come into play.
Gotcha.
So
you kind of want more competition to get more points.
yes, but it also makes it more difficult.
But there's probably a happy medium where you're like, this is a good amount of people, and I think I'm going to do well.
Yeah. So I remember one time I was at the World Equestrian Center in Wilmington, Ohio. They have a smaller version of the World Equestrian Center. It's still huge. But I went there for a show, and I think I was like first, second, and third, like, because there's 3 judges. I think I was like first, second, and third in this class, and there was like 60-something people in it.
Yeah, that's got to feel good.
I felt so good.
That's got to feel good.
But I remember that finished up my superior in that class.
Yeah.
You know, so like you can rack up so many points in one class where it was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Like, and I finished, you know, it was really early in the year, and I finished qualifying for the world show like that. Like,
Yeah.
I could have quit showing the rest of the year if I
How
wanted.
many points do you have to get to qualify for the world show?
It depends on the class.
Okay.
So it depends on the class, depends on the division, and you can go like on AQHA's website and see what all you'd have to do. But like there's certain events where there's just less people that do it, so you don't have to get as many points because
Gotcha.
it'd be more difficult to achieve.
Right.
So my brain used to be much more wired for this stuff than it is now, just because I've been out of it for so long.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited. I'm very excited to, you know, I don't know that I'll ever be back to going to a weekend show every weekend of the year. Like there was times where it's like we were at a show every single weekend, but you know, with work schedules and with, you know, just life being crazy, I do think we can manage it to where it's like during the main part of the season, like 1 show a month or whatever. And we can work around that. So I'm excited.
Kind of pick and choose.
But while we got off on a tangent, all that to say, we're going back to Texas probably in the next 2 weeks. And while we're there, we might pick Aaron's brain on, because you're a novice, so you don't technically have to own a horse. I believe you can just show a horse.
So I could ride somebody else's horse. I could borrow a horse.
I think maybe. I think I need to look at the rules. I don't think you technically have to do like a long-term lease.
Okay.
I could be so wrong.
Listen, people, when you have a dream and you see things in front of you, those are just details. You can figure those out. You can figure those out.
If anyone was wondering, there's availability at the hotel.
Oh, you've been looking it up?
Yeah,
There's
we're
actually
just-
arena view
Yeah.
rooms.
We're just out of curiosity.
Okay, so what are the nightly rates?
I think it was 2,500 for
total
for
for all of us for
no. Yeah.
Okay, so how many rooms?
2 rooms for 6 people.
that's not what I told you.
So who's she bunking with?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, this is just what we looked up.
We probably need 3 rooms for 6 people.
Well, I'm also looking at. There was also
I
just
think
seeing
it's
if there was
also
like
only-
Airbnbs available and stuff.
I was about to
too,
say, we
Would it
could.
only be 5 people too?
Because they could
I'm
have.
sure Jonathan will go on this one,
Yeah.
and I'm sure you're going and they're going.
So 5.
Yeah, but they'll need a room. We can share a twin. You need a room.
No, I know. I'm just trying to get the count.
Oh, okay.
Y'all are sharing a twin.
Probably 3 rooms.
Sharing
then.
a twin bed.
But like I
Just
said,
one
they
twin
do
bed
have
for them.
Airbnbs with like pools in them and stuff.
Oh yeah, well just something light, something casual.
Since we're celebrating getting different.
It's
So
just
we,
like
Exactly.
it's just like an indoor pool.
So are we all like going halvesies?
Oh,
Absolutely.
That would. I'll go 6 these.
I think. Okay.
Is that what it is?
But we're gonna get we're all going to have a choice in what the room is. And if,
Right, yeah.
now for sure. I mean, it might not.
So 2,500.
Well, now if we're all going in on it, the sky's the limit.
That's
I
right.
mean, like, I don't even know if we put a number on this.
Good Lord. You know what?
That's the trip of life.
I splurged a couple of times because my family was coming to a couple of events, and now they're
She's like,
spoiled.
not for y'all though.
Well, let me tell you.
Now they're spoiled.
is calling.
What actually happened is she splurged because her family was coming, and then her family didn't come, and then it was just like extra space. It was extra spoil.
It was the Oklahoma one.
Yeah. That's what always comes to mind. I think of trips. I think of
Okay, but then
Oklahoma.
we did go to that one Airbnb where, like, I didn't know until later that we weren't allowed to talk outside after 10 p.m.
Oh, the one in Denton?
No, that one was Oklahoma City. No, the one in Denton's the one where we forgot the time that we were supposed to leave, and the
Yeah.
lady showed up, and you were all asleep in a pile on the couch.
Oh, yeah, dude. That
And
was
then we were like,
awkward.
everyone clean. Like, it was
Oh,
bad.
yeah, that was chaos.
That's what
That's the
made
worst
my-
way to leave, too, is like when you wake up
Scrambled.
Okay, but that's what ruined my Airbnb rating.
rushed. Yeah.
They gave us a bad rating.
Yes. And then, like, I had to talk to the lady when I'm trying to, like, book the one for Oklahoma City. She's like, can you explain this? I'm like,
That's embarrassing.
How did you explain it?
I was like, because she was like, it says that extra people were there. And I was like, okay, well, no, that one's not true. Like, we put the right amount of
Yeah.
people, but, we're not going to an area where we're inviting friends back. But that was just a misunderstanding. Like, I very much smoothed it over, but she was like, it was the lady that I couldn't talk after 10 p.m. outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
You know who you are.
If you're watching.
If you're
but
watching.
we got a really good review from them. We were
Good.
quiet. And we left
Good.
it clean.
We were.
So
Nice.
just
I
in
stopped
case y'all
talking
have
at
an
9.
Airbnb and want to let us stay there.
Only one left.
There's only one left of where?
Vice presidential suite.
Oh,
Yeah.
Just a cool 17.5 for the trip.
17,500
17,500
for how long?
For the trip, the duration, 5 nights.
The room is 3,500 per night.
But it has a bathtub.
It does have a.
But it has a
tub.
bathtub.
How many does it sleep?
Has a couch.
One.
It's just
One bed. One king bed.
So we're not looking at the screen right now. The presidential suite. What makes it 17.5 a night?
It's got like a couch in there, like a whole sitting room. It's got a cloth.
The decor's there. We'll
got
pull
a
this.
couch.
We'll pull this up and show everybody.
Now here's the thing. We're very excited. We're not crapping on the World Equestrian Center right now. If you want to pay 17.5 to go stay in that room, you do it. We're not doing that.
I would rather pay 17.5 at that general store, low key, because they probably have some, or like that home goods store. Mm-hmm. They've got some good stuff, and that's the thing about. That's why
Have
I
you
like.
gone there?
No, but that's why I like going to world shows, and that's why I'm excited. They have the best stuff, like the best
That's why I like
clothing.
going to world shows.
Yeah, they have good little stalls, like good little.
When they
Areas.
go to Congress this next year, so that's the thing. They've not gone to Congress yet. Me and Abigail have gone twice. They have not gone. There's warehouses filled with shopping.
Really?
Yeah, that last place only had like a few booths. I mean, it had booths.
It's
but
not known for its shopping. Congress is known for its shopping.
That's the one in
I'm going to be in
Ohio.
trouble. I need to get show clothes.
So when I was younger and we were going to Congress just to watch, when I was a kid, we would go just to watch and for my fall break or whatever, I wasn't showing. That's where we would do our Christmas shopping. And we would, like, my mom and dad always set aside a Congress budget for shopping. Like, that was
When
a big thing.
is it? October?
So if I were to begin
My birthday.
to start setting aside a Congress budget for shopping, what would be
I don't know.
like
because
a modest amount?
Was
that
it
I
all
could
like same
still
thing, like
get-
handmade stuff, and it's like
I don't
you know.
because there's. You want to chime in on this?
A modest amount.
Like I'm not gonna go buy like a $800,000 or not $800,000, a $800 or $1,000 jacket.
800,000
Okay.
is
But-
a little high.
Okay.
You know, but a modest amount that
Depends. What it depends.
Because there's
what you're looking
everything
for.
from you could go buy $1 million motorhome there,
Or are you talking about like?
or you could go buy a couple
clothing?
button ups from Cinch. You know what I'm saying?
probably more along that line. Probably
say like
a few clothing items.
I mean, a couple.
500 maybe.
If you, took a, if
500?
you took a grand, you'd probably
500
have a
be
good time.
500 would be plenty.
You
to
could
have
get a
good
lot.
Time.
Yeah.
I could have a little fun with 500.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll start saving.
Yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
For sure.
See,
There's just
because you have to take the Ren Fair into account.
So
And that's coming up.
double that and then split it.
You want to keep in mind for the future, but also the short term.
Right.
so we were looking at the Ren Fair, which is in May, and there's all these different weekends. We like going to the Ren Fair together. We dressed up last year. We will be dressing up again this year. But there's themes. And we saw that there's like a schedule for the themes that came out. And we were like, oh, which one do we do? And then I realized we kind of have to go with whichever one we're in town for.
Yeah.
Because I think we're gone for a couple of those weekends.
That's ridiculous.
So I don't even know what those weekends
is.
are.
That was
I don't
poor
know, but there was,
scheduling
what was their
for that.
pirate theme?
Yeah, which I was a pirate last year.
I kind of
Yeah, I want to do the fantasy one.
Okay, but we
Can
could.
we
You
do
could just be fantasy on whatever weekend because we might not be going. On
But
that
there's
weekend.
competitions. So whichever one, I feel like we'll have to go with whatever the theme is of that weekend. And if we get the pirate one, then we'll just not go this year.
I think the pirate one would be fun.
I want to dress up as a winch.
That's what I was
Every era
thinking.
has winches.
Yeah,
Every
but
era
like a
has a
ship winch, like a boat winch.
Yeah.
You know,
I do. I do. And
you could do a siren. That could be pirate theme. You could be a siren. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Walking on 2 feet.
now I
Yeah.
Tywins literally don't walk on 2
am
feet.
excited. There's one
They
person
seriously are like
like
they
a
live in the
vendor
ocean.
at the Ren Fair that I always go ham on. They watched me absolutely blow this guy's mind this past year by buying half of his stuff.
Oh yeah, the ground decor. Yeah.
I want to
It's
be a
all
vendor.
handmade outdoor decorations that he makes from metal. Oh my god, they're beautiful.
They're crazy cool.
And I went ham. And I will do it again this year because he only has so much and I could only carry so much. And so I wanted more by the time I got home, but I'm not going all the way back to the Ren Fair. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And I was like, do you have a number? Do you have a website? And he's like, nope. I just travel the fair circuit. And I'm like,
I think you might need a little cart.
a cart?
Yeah,
Pull
a
around.
wagon maybe.
A donkey. You just pull a donkey. You just walk a
I'll
donkey.
just take Blanche.
That's right.
Not Dolly. Dolly, she wouldn't. She would just stand there. She wouldn't go with
Wouldn't
me.
enjoy it.
We could take a cart with your little children in them, and they are dressed up like little fairies, and then I make them
mushrooms.
hold my stuff.
Again, I don't know if I'm bringing mine. I'm worried she might harsh my vibe.
She might ruin it for everyone else.
I want to go play. I don't want to be like, yeah, look at all this stuff.
I don't know if
I want to
mine
go
will-
look at all this
We'll be
stuff.
able to sit up long enough yet to ride in a cart.
By May, how old will she be in May?
Like 7,
I don't even know why we're still looking.
I think.
7 or 8 months.
What is it?
May is 5 months in.
Beginning of May will be like 7 months.
Yeah. Not quite like super stable
Yeah.
up yet.
It's still toppling.
Or is anyone gonna buy another musical instrument this year?
Of course.
The ocarina. What if we all
We need to practice.
practiced, took our ocarinas with us?
I mean, I'm taking it for sure. I also got a little potion bottle
Here's
that I
the
will
thing,
be
though.
clipping on.
Potion bottle, yes. The ocarinas we got, they're not like super aesthetic.
Yeah.
Mine is.
I'm going to bring
cute.
my
It's a strawberry.
tin whistle, though.
Yours is cuter than
I
mine.
would buy a pan flute.
I wish I had my ocarina right now and I just bust out some Lion Sleeps Tonight.
That sucks.
You totally could.
That's the one that I know really well.
I don't know. You ain't done it in a long time.
I could muscle memory. I could do it.
Where is it? Is it still in your car?
I think it's in
the-
my car.
It's in the car in the glove.
For
box.
emergency situations.
Why don't,
She's like, because she breaks it out.
why don't you run and go get it and we'll see if she can do it?
Yeah.
Why are you telling me to go get it?
Oh, well, you were just closest to the door.
Why
I'll go get
don't
it.
you just run and go get it?
Little errand boy. Why don't you go get it?
I'll go get it.
You're. Pause.
If you wanted to bring up a water bottle, that would be great. I'm dying over here.
Anybody else need anything?
Are you sure it's in the glove box? You literally just looked in the glove box yesterday because we unlocked it.
Oh, what a letdown.
You didn't?
Thank you.
I don't know where it is in the car, though.
Oh, we said the glove
It's in
box.
the glove box.
Like the passenger glove box?
The bottom one, not the top one.
Like for sure in the top one.
It wouldn't open. How do you open it?
Was it
No,
locked
it's
back?
not. It's not in there. It would have been in the bottom.
Bummer. Y'all missed out.
Yeah, but y'all really
It's a
missed
pleasure.
out on hearing
It's a
this
pleasure to
song.
listen to.
I did my best. I went and looked.
I've zoned out.
I was gonna let you. I don't want to let you do that.
What?
I was just gonna let you go for a minute.
just let me have a moment. Okay.
But there are other things in the works, like a certain special that we had ideas tossing around.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I was wary to bring up an Easter special because I feel like the Christmas special sent y'all over the edge a little bit.
In what way?
I just feel like it was a lot.
It was a lot.
And I didn't want to, after bowling season's been
A lot.
a lot, and I didn't want to, be like, on top of this crazy film schedule, let's go ahead and film a 2-hour Easter special.
But
then
we did.
But then I did. And so we all agreed to do it. And
Yeah.
so we are in the midst of decorating the shop. And, we have I think it needs to have a similar feel to the Christmas special. I think there needs to be a food element. There needs to be a competition. I've already gotten the trophy for the KVS extravaganza.
Can't wait to take that home.
So we need some ideas of what y'all think would be fun to see. So I think it's kind of obvious an egg decorating thing.
Right.
I think it's kind of obvious that if we do a food thing, I think we should prepare eggs in a different way. I call deviled.
What are the other ways to prepare eggs?
There's so
Scrambled?
many.
Like if somebody does scrambled or a fry, like you're out. Like it has to be. Like you gotta at least do like a poached egg. Or
I
something.
think I'm gonna bake bread.
What do you do? What did you
I'm
say that you were
calling
doing?
that, so
You can't bake bread for eggs.
So that was the idea. Do we
the
do
food thing.
Do we do lunch? Do we do dinner? Or do we do an egg themed dish?
Yeah, but
Why don't we just see who can eat the most eggs?
I will lose.
I'll also lose.
That's one of those ones that like after you get started, you're like, yeah, I really don't.
We
care
shouldn't have
who
done
wins.
this.
I don't even want to win.
We thought about also, you decorate the egg and then we have an egg spoon race.
Extreme.
But like an extreme level. We need some help because we need like 5 events, right? Food being one, egg painting being one. During the
Karaoke
Christmas special,
challenge.
we had like a timed event with we like did a Christmas wrapping thing. It was timed.
Yeah.
We did a bunch of different things. So I feel like it could be spring themed things. It doesn't have to necessarily all be about like a bunny rabbit or all be about
Right.
Easter. I would like to know how to do an Easter egg hunt, but the logistics of that filming is kind of difficult.
Yeah. We can figure it out though.
Justin,
GoPros.
we need
We could put,
Justin.
yeah, you could GoPros on everybody.
GoPros, everyone has a GoPro, and then there's
Yeah.
like a split screen.
Yeah, you could just, hey, here's your GoPro. Film it however you want to.
That'd be
Go
cool.
find your eggs. You could put it on a stick and run
You
around.
go
if
find
want.
one egg. So each instead, because that's what I was. The main thing, and not necessarily about filming, was to be like, well, how do we make just go and finding Easter eggs fun? I think like we each have like our own egg to find, and it's like whoever like finds their eggs in like order of like first, second, third, fourth. If we're gonna judge it like we did the Easter or the Christmas thing, then if you find
Right.
yours first, you find your second or whatever.
And like we did a couple of decorating things during Christmas. And so I feel like if we did like an egg decorating thing, and then what if we did something with like Easter baskets or
Basket weaving.
Make the
Right.
basket.
That sounds simple.
I don't know. I think there's definitely potential there. And I think we could probably get a little bit like we did ping pong. We're not doing chess. We're on to chess right now.
What if we
A
did
chess
an Easter
tourney?
basket exchange?
We can do that for
Wow, I like that.
the Secret Santa version.
Yeah.
We could do an Easter basket exchange.
Cool.
And
Boo.
then maybe you could judge like
Bad idea.
who made the best Easter basket, like which one looked the best or
I feel
had
like
the
feelings will get hurt
why?
because if I don't win, my feelings.
I
Will get hurt.
was about to say whose feelings.
That's the case with
You can't
literally
do that. You're like,
anything
dude,
that
we should have all these competitions, but I'm gonna be really upset if I don't win.
No.
The hesitancy from doing an Easter special came from her not winning the Christmas special.
Okay, I will say, for Christmas, so Matt just brought this up. There was something we did as a punishment for the loser, but we can't. That's not for the camera. There was an item that someone has to display in their home, and I don't. That's personal for us as to what that thing is.
You're gonna think it's so sexual.
It's not. It's not.
But Matt actually liked that thing. He thought it was
The
cool.
lack of context makes it so bad.
He thought it's a figurine. Okay. He thought it was cool, but I'm the one that ended up losing and getting it. And so now he wishes to lose because he wants the ugly figurine.
Which I think that, are we going to do like a winning and losing thing this year?
We have the trophy. Do we
have-
keep the same losing thing, or is that just for Christmas? Do I get stuck with that for another 3/4 of the year?
I think technically it was supposed to be like a year-round thing. Like I think it was like
I
you lose,
think-
you have to keep this up for a year.
Yeah, I think that.
And we could have done
But
better too.
We don't even know where it is right now. It's
Okay,
not being displayed.
well, a
Yeah.
couple weeks ago we packed up for Christmas, and I had help packing everything up, and it disappeared.
It
So I think
magically got
it's-
lost.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to. I very proudly had it on my mantle.
She's not doing
I'll tell you
anything
what
to
I
look
have
for it.
very
though.
proudly on my mantle. That's the first place trophy.
Did you like the trophy?
I did.
I think
did.
it was better than the Christmas one.
It's a little more thought out in advance.
I think we're already way more thought out in advance. We're way more ahead than we were in the Christmas.
I
special.
think we'll take at least 3 days to film for this one. I personally think it needs 3 days of filming.
Yeah.
Little less, you know. But anyway, I'm trying to think of like more things for
we need the help
because
We
it
need the
doesn't have to
ideas.
be the exact structure of the Christmas special. It can have
Yeah.
different pieces to it.
I think we need a little song section at some point. I
You
think.
think?
Yeah.
I think this
that'd
is
be
a
cool.
good time to break it in.
Little like are we
Even
gonna
if
do
it's
some
just-
old hymns? I mean,
Yeah,
what are
we could do that for sure.
It's Easter themed.
Oh,
What?
yeah.
So I don't know.
I know Matt likes that.
Little tenor.
I need to get Rylan out with the fiddle.
Ooh. Come on, Rylan. You're invited.
If y'all watched my
We shall
Snapchat, then
meet.
when we were in Nashville a couple weeks ago, I guess a month ago now,
The other day.
my time doesn't make sense to me right now. It truly doesn't.
Well, it's just how we measure
I'm about to say, break that down for her,
the
Nate.
future and just how we can look back at past events and, measure when things happen and when things are
So
coming.
so that's explaining time.
It's just like a reference point, basically.
Can we get
see,
a
I see.
Western
You didn't
definition?
understand it,
I
so-
see. Yeah, I just thank you.
You're welcome.
But anyway, anytime we go downtown, our friend Rylan is just absolutely phenomenal on the fiddle, as a singer, like pretty much any instrument. And I might have to bribe him to come be a part of that. And then you guys can be on the vocals and the guitar and
Yeah.
Matt, do you play more instruments?
I play drums and
Really?
I haven't played.
You
the
want to bring a
guitar in
drum
long time.
set?
I've never known that
Or do
about
you want to
you.
just
I
bring
played drums.
or do you want to just bring a
Way
like
longer.
a cajon?
Cajon. I don't have a cajon.
Me either.
Could you like be proficient on a cajon if we brought one?
Do you have a cajon?
Rylan does. I know.
Yeah. I got 100% be proficient on a cajon.
If you can't be proficient on a cajon, I'm going to say you don't play drums.
don't
I was
know
about
what
to
that
say,
is.
I would call you out
You want
publicly.
to explain a cajon?
A cajon is like a wooden box inside, and
Like you like to
inside
explain.
there's a little snare, so you get a little, psh, and you can get some bass tones. But that's about all you get.
But it's
You're
like
Wherever
you,
it
if
is.
you
banging
never
on a
see
box.
anybody singing and they're sitting on something, they're slapping it, and it's like a really good kind of like drum sound. That's a cajon.
Cajon.
And because I have played drums, I know that whenever you hit it with your palm compared to when you hit it with your fingers and stuff, and where you hit it on the cajon gives it different sounds. So you can keep up with like a.
So do
bass
you
and
need
a
the
snare.
cajon a few days in advance?
It depend. We would definitely need the songs.
We would need the, yeah.
I feel like we actually need like a couple rehearsals if we're going to put some
I'm cool
music.
with
I think so
in there.
too.
I will not be taking part in this segment.
You totally are.
We will get you a tambourine.
I will not be.
She plays the piano.
You do.
No.
I'm bringing mine.
I don't play. I
Well-
used to play.
Why'd you quit? Why'd you give it
I
up?
no longer know how to. Like, I haven't played in like over 10 years.
Oh wow.
It comes
I
right
haven't had a
back.
piano in like 15. So
It comes right back.
Yeah, it'd come right back.
But then I do think about your age and the fact that 15 years ago is like you were an infant.
10. I
10.
was 10.
That's cool.
And
It's one of my favorite qualities.
You were 15.
I was. Well, yeah.
It's not that different.
10 years ago, he was an adult.
He was
No, I
was
couldn't even
50.
drive.
10 years ago, you were 21 years old.
Oh my gosh, 10 years ago. Yeah, I was definitely an adult. I thought we were talking 15 years ago.
Yeah, 10 years ago, he was like a legal adult that could fight in a war and drink and vote
Couldn't drink.
and all the things.
No, he was 20.
I keep the 31 joke alive with me, please.
I just don't get it. I didn't know, I didn't know that there was a 31 joke. I thought you were
I
serious.
just don't get it.
Well,
I keep saying he's 31.
they're trying to take away my youthful vigor.
I
But
like the mustache.
thank
It
you.
makes you look younger.
I thought so too.
Did you see Austin's and copy him?
Does he have one?
Yes.
I did not know.
Well, here he comes. Give it up for Austin.
Matt also has a mustache at the moment, so everyone's just stashing it.
Abigail.
That's right.
Oh my gosh.
That's funny.
Also, everyone in the comments, please berate Nate for even thinking about cutting his hair.
Everybody boo Nate.
Man.
Boo him. Boo
Yeah, put a
him.
boo in the chat.
Everybody
please.
give him a shame. Three good shames in the chat.
He wants to cut his hair off. He is committed to long hair. And wait, did you cut?
He got a trim.
I got a
Did
trim.
cut it.
He got a trim,
I
and
got
that's
a
what
trim.
sparked the
Wait,
fire.
I literally just.
When he was talking about it yesterday, he had already cut it at that
I
point.
had already gotten a trim.
Why?
Well, let me tell you. So I went the other day. I decided, you know what? My hair was just sticking out crazy. The wind, it was just curling out. And so I said, you know what? I'm going to go get a little trim. So I go get a little trim. And then the next day I go, I'm feeling good about myself. I'm not going to wear a hat today. Biggest mistake I could have made was not wearing a hat. It was like this, and then it was like this, and like the wind would blow and it'd go.
Okay, well, it sounds
And
like
then it
you
would
just
be
had a
like
windy
this.
day.
Well, no, even when there wasn't any, when I would go inside, and just be.
It was still.
I was talking to people and just like existing like this. It would be like I would try to fix it, and it was just like flat.
But it's going to be, you're in the awkward phase.
I am in the awkward
what I
phase,
said.
but man, I was so just embarrassed to.
Do you have a little like pomade?
And that's the thing is that I put it in, and was still having the problems. I mean, I was really feeling
You've got
good that
good
morning.
volume.
I had it in the hands. I ran it through the fingers, which I did again today because I thought, you know what, I'm gonna be bold and be myself, and I'm gonna show my
I'm just
hair.
going to be me today.
I'm gonna be me and show my hair. So I had got the pomade. It's why I'm not wearing my ring because I took it off because my hands are gonna get dirty. And I was like fixing. I was like, I'm gonna look good. And then I thought I should cut it off again because it's just not.
I think I'm going to throw this out there.
I think you should.
I think you're you're being a little mentally weak if you cut it off. I think you just got to push through.
I am, but you know
I
what?
say that because that will make him do it.
I don't know. Of
You gotta-
anything
you gotta
that
play
Nate's gets,
warfare
like
with
I can
him.
see the lights gone out in his eyes. Like he's
Yeah.
made his decision like yesterday.
All that I can say about it is, if I do persevere with the hair, the light is gone. It would only be from mental toughness, because all I want to do is get rid of it.
But like, think about when you can like throw it up in that man bun and then you look so cool.
I know. I
Give
will.
in. I think you should just give up.
I'm glad you side with me.
I think you should just give
I
if you
will
don't
I'll say
wanna-
this.
If you don't want to do it, don't do it.
I like that. That's a
I
good
will
mentality.
say from the standpoint of if riding and wearing a cowboy hat and showing and things like that is something in your sights,
Mhm.
it would be very difficult with your long hair because here's what you would have to do.
Oh no.
slick ponytail it.
Oh yeah, look like a swimmer.
Or
What
like,
if it was this length?
that length you could do.
What if it was
As long
3
as
inches
it's
longer?
like staying behind your ears, and yeah, you could do that.
It was like to
But
here?
like your long hair, where it's like, you would have to either do a very slick, tight braid,
Okay.
or
Cornrows.
A little Benjamin Franklin.
a little
ponytail.
Benjamin Franklin like
back.
ponytail in the back. Or you do it where like you get your hat measured. Because this is what I used to have to do. My hair was so thick, I would have to put half of it up underneath my hat and then half of it as my bun. Because in some classes you wear a bun versus a ponytail. And so you could potentially do it where you do a ponytail up on top of your head and then you just look like you have the short hair.
You can't just wear it down?
It
Is
would,
it a rule or just frowned upon?
I don't know.
I'm in my pioneer era, so.
I don't know
You
that.
could
but
be
like,
like the one to like break through. It's like
I could be
Because
you
a
just
big
do
part
it and
of
then
it
everyone does it.
is you want to look polished.
right.
There's a uniformity
Right. You want to be sharp.
to it.
You straightened it.
I was
and
about
just
to say,
like
what if it
laid.
was just like perfectly like straight and laid?
But you got to think about the fact that, okay, a lot of the time you're going to be riding outdoors. There's wind.
Yeah.
You're moving on an animal. Your hair's not going to stay.
Showing outdoors?
Sometimes.
Okay.
All these things are the same reason you want to cut it, though. 'Cause when you have long hair, you just have other decisions you have to make than when you have short hair.
Yeah, this is true. These are just details, though.
But like, I mean, my hair is ridiculously long. I make it work. But I don't mind doing the Benjamin Franklin. I actually like it with my cowboy hat.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that look, and I wish it was more socially acceptable for all the time. But
Could
You could be a pioneer as well.
I'm not brave enough.
Just start wearing a cowboy hat every day.
I've been to a few events.
I'll do it if you do it.
I've been to more events in the last 3-4 months where it's like a dressy event, and I show up and I get so jealous of these women who look awesome in their cowboy hats. Like they
Could be you.
they have a sharp suit on, or they have a really like nicely fitted jacket over a dress or whatever, and a cowboy hat, and they look awesome. And then I'm like, oh, why didn't I do that?
I'm going to start. I'm just going to start wearing them. I have like
You
a
have-
bunch, and I don't wear them.
Well, you're kind of missing the window for your black felt hat
I know it.
that is like super nice.
Are we out now because it's spring? Is the window closed now?
I think you can get away with the black felt through spring. Summer, no.
Yeah, no way. in
Wait,
summer.
you don't wear them after in the summer?
You wear straw in
You
the
wear
summer.
straw.
Showing, you wear felt.
Yeah.
You could wear straw in some circumstances, but
part
like,
of-
it's acceptable to wear your felt hat all year round showing. But for social or like on the farm or whatever,
Straw.
do we need to call them and tell them to turn the music off?
What is that?
So this
playing
room is
music.
right next to my husband's workshop, and they have the music just absolutely blaring.
I mean, they're having a good time, and we're about to.
And we are almost done, so we can like.
How do you know?
Are you in the shop?
I mean, we're at 50 minutes, 51 minutes.
How do you know?
I just had a feeling. It's coming to an end. I can tell.
There's so many characters that, like, if we had a reality show or something like that, there's so many characters that I feel like don't even get any screen time that people don't even know about, that on a daily basis are huge characters to the plot
Right.
here.
Yeah.
But on social media, no one really even knows about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Blaine. I mean, Austin has become more prominent on Snapchat, and all the ladies are thirsty on there for him. And I'm like, stop. He's a little baby bear. But
He's really kind of a bad guy too.
he's literally the best guy ever. It's insane. But like, it's just funny to me because I'm an only child. He's my brother-in-law, but like, very much I feel like, obviously I didn't grow up with him, but I feel very brother sister with him. And so now I'm like, stop talking about my
Yeah.
little brother like that.
A little defensive.
Yeah. But he's cute and he's sweet. Anyway,
Good guy.
good guy.
Yeah.
Sweet
Sweet
guy.
guy.
Sweet boy.
Kind-hearted.
Sweet. Sweet guy.
Okay.
So
R.I.P.
we
what
done?
what do we?
I just got back up here.
What?
You're lucky that little thing's on.
Yeah, you'd have lost a tooth.
You'll bust a lip on a mic.
Justin, make me not look as white. Okay.
Yeah, this has just been a.
Actually, Justin, run it back.
This has just been a disaster.
I don't think so. I feel like now we know it's going to get like 100,000 views. The ones we don't think are ever going to work usually do good.
Yeah,
Everyone's
that
like, dude,
last
that
one-
was a really good podcast. Just a
That last one with Nate in the hot seat tanked.
tank.
Guys,
The people spoke.
Did it really?
Yeah.
it didn't tank. It just didn't do really well.
Which the Catching Up with Katie's performed differently than the other videos do. They have their own things.
Not because of you. You
It
did-
wasn't.
But if there was
Are you
you did
sure?
a good
If
job.
there was one thing that was different than the others,
It was me.
if we had to start, picking out common denominators,
It was like, yeah.
we'll see how this one goes to see if Nate stays in the
Yeah.
hot seat. So y'all determine who the next podcast
I guess
host
this
is.
is it.
His fate is up to y'all.
Maybe my last time, guys.
After that, we're really out.
I did see a couple compliments to you though.
Right,
That
too.
were saying how you were really good at like, keeping a conversation going with more questions and like it flowed really well. So I thought that was a compliment to you.
Oh, well, thank you guys.
Yeah. So
I loved all the comments that was like, I can't wait to see Nate in the arena. Because all I could think about was like, I'll see you in the arena.
like a gladiator.
Yeah.
So what
No buyer's
on my little sheet, I just need to write down, talk to Aaron. He'll give me a horse. We're buddies.
So what's hilarious is like this is the funny thing is y'all have only met a couple of horse trainers,
Mhm.
and it's literally been like Charlie Cole and Aaron, and it's like
Run of the mill.
Just your average.
in AQHA they are just absolutely exceptional and
Mm-hmm.
like top tier, and so you're like, I'll just get a horse from Aaron, and it's
Yeah.
like. He went to the World Show this past year and like won the junior, won the 2-year-old, won the the senior and the
He did say they were
2-year-old.
buddies.
He did.
He did.
And honestly, it still warms my heart. I think about it.
He said, "Your buddies."
Yeah, he
We
called
wa-
him buddy.
We walked
buddy.
in. Me and Abigail walked in first. He did not.
Acknowledge her.
Acknowledge
She
me.
she saw him first. Then he saw me and he goes, "Hey, buddy."
Yeah.
And that's when I knew.
Whenever you got
Okay.
A
that lesson
strong
from him,
friendship had
Was
started.
it like that, or was it because? So there was a day where we went and rode horses that we didn't film. We just went and rode and didn't post it anywhere. And so Nate got a lesson on a pleasure horse. And was it like a hey buddy, like we're equals, or was it like a hey buddy? you wanna
No,
ride
it
a
wasn't like
horse?"
No,
that.
it was like a hey buddy. Like a
Y'all are like the same age.
I know it was very much. I felt the firm foundation of a friendship. Yeah.
He's gonna watch this and be
exciting.
like, I don't remember that.
I didn't see it that way.
And you know what? If you don't, that's okay. I do.
a
I'll
real
remember
tell
it enough for the
is,
both of us.
you need to get his number next time because that's a
I
tell.
have it.
We have it. Remember, because
That's
we
all that
have
matters.
Western
It's there.
Pleasuring. The
Text
group.
him right now. FaceTime him.
We have
Hey, I just wanted to say if we were buddies. If he says, hey, buddy, right now on FaceTime, we'll know.
we have a group chat with Aaron that's called Western Pleasuring, and no one has sent anything.
We should send a meme.
I'm gonna send something
that
today.
one.
We had a big meeting because we do have plans of doing.
I forgot about that, too.
We had a big meeting in December. We had some big plans. Again, just like the podcast room.
We're
Yeah.
big plan people.
We were very
We are
optimistic.
Big, plan people.
big idea people.
big ideas.
We were very optimistic about the timeline of this.
Yeah.
Because we were like, okay, it's happening. We're going to do this series on, the AQHA as a whole, on Western Pleasure, on the mechanics of it, on answering a bunch of questions, on introducing equestrians into the Western Pleasure world, all these things. We had this meeting. Execution, all these things. We were like, oh, we'll film that next month. Heck yeah. We'll just pop up in between foals.
Yeah.
We had 4 foals in freaking
Wild.
January. I mean, it just got to where we couldn't leave. And so that's definitely going to come up. We're going to work on that.
We lived and we learned.
We did.
Don't plan things in January.
February or March.
Any of them.
Don't plan anything more than 2 weeks out.
So yeah, we're excited. Lots of things to come. But basically, lots of things that I told you in December. Just don't listen to me. just don't take anything I say. Like, take it all with a grain of salt, essentially. Okay. Well, I think that's probably all we have time for today. Abigail's kind of go to the doggy daycare, so.
Oh, for poop?
Oh, so it's my fault. We have to end. It's not like you're itching to be done.
It's been a long day, y'all. Okay,
Been a long day.
It's 5:37.
Oh, my.
We've been at this.
All right, we got to go, guys.
No, it's just the fact that like normally we're done, all this. Abigail usually leaves at 4. She did get here an hour later today, but still, we are tired. It was a long day.
That's the first one here.
Everyone put clap hands in the comments for Abigail.
Was that a better clap
Why?
this time?
For being
Just working hard and pulling a late shift.
Oh,
You're normally gone at 4.
good for y'all too,
Thank you. Just clap hands for everybody.
and you.
And you.
Do I get claps?
keeping it all together.
Okay, well, as awkward as this little outro has been,
Extraction is.
as awkward as this has all been, enjoyed it. We've had a good time. We will see y'all in the next one. If you want to see behind the scenes stuff, it's been so fun on Snapchat, honestly. And Abigail's been doing a fantastic job on Snapchat. She is very humorous, I will say. You can definitely tell when
Hilarious.
she's captioning things versus me. And it's just been a really fun place to show the behind the scenes, y'all being goofy, little clips of things that don't really belong anywhere else. Like they didn't make it into the big video, or like they have no context. They don't have enough meat to them to make a whole video about it, but it's still funny. It's a really good place to be. So go follow on Snapchat. And then I guess let us know what you want to see in the
On the Easter special.
extravaganza.
Yeah.
In the
egg
Easter
extravaganza.
special. Let us know what you want to know from horse show perspective stuff, since we're about to be in the thick of it. And stay tuned for the last baby, because we're about to be on Foal Watch again. Baby number 8. And then we're done.
Then we're done.
So anyway, hope y'all enjoyed. See y'all in the next one.